The UK government has come to an assessment that there is no serious risk of genocide, and we say that that is not made out on the facts. They say that they haven't seen evidence of deliberate targeting of women and children, and we say that's an absolutely shocking argument to make, given that in this case alone they have had before evidence of children being shot in the feet, both feet, children being shot in the heart, so precisely that one of our doctors said he couldn't have put his stethoscope on the child's heart more directly than the bullet wound. We also talked about evidence of a grandmother walking with a white flag with her grandson and being sniped and killed. So for the government to say they haven't seen evidence of deliberate targeting of women and children is utterly shocking. The UK government has essentially argued that the risk is very small, that British-made F-35 components will be used by Israel. That's absolutely just not made out on the facts. We have F-35 pilots saying they're working non-stop, round the clock. We know that the UK is the second largest supplier of the spare pools part to Israel, aside from the US. We also know that 15% of every single F-35 in operation globally is British made. And the combination of those facts means that ultimately, if the UK decided to stop sending F-35 components to Israel, Israel would have to ground much of its F-35 fleet. And its F-35 fleet is, as I said, used to drop these 2,000-pound bombs on refugee camps, on hospitals, on schools. And the UN has actually expressly condemned Israel's use of these multi-ton bombs. So we say this assertion that the risk is very small is again just incorrect.
The government's arguing that suspending the F-35 exports will be a risk to national security, that it will be a risk to the security of NATO, and that it would damage relations with the US. Now, what could be more of a risk to peace and security than supporting a genocide? What could be more of a risk to peace and security than making a mockery of international law? International law and the Genocide Convention, they exist to keep every single one of us safe. They exist to maintain peace and security. So any argument that breaching that law is beneficial to peace and security is utterly ridiculous, and it is offensive, and it is all a way of prioritising arms dealers' profits over Palestinian lives.